Number 10. The Eternal Cylinder. Developed by ACE team, published by Good Shepherd Entertainment, its platforms are PC, PS4, and Xbox. The ACE team is bringing out a unique looking open world for players to check out in 2020. This game is called the Eternal Cylinder, where players are taking on the role of an alien creature trying to avoid a massive roller that is destroying anything that comes in its path. Within the game, not only are you avoiding the massive roller, but you will be devouring other creatures that you will find along the way, which will give you unique abilities to help in your escape. You will be able to enjoy this game quite often as you will find that the Endless Cylinder offers a procedurally generated world. Number 9. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Developed and published by Nintendo, Animal Crossing has been a fan favorite from Nintendo for years, and it's really just a simulation title that you can relax playing. The game puts players into a new resident of a particular area, and from there it's all about maintaining your home and socializing with NPCs. For instance, in Animal Crossing New Horizons, players move into a deserted island, and with it comes the core of cleaning up the area as you slowly build up a community. Number 8. Ghost of Tsushima. Developed by Sucker Punch Productions, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, its platforms are PS4. Set in 1274 Tsushima Island, the game puts players into the role of Jin Sakai, the last samurai who is fighting within Japan. Being outnumbered and trained traditionally, the only way players will have a chance at overturning the odds is by learning the new fighting style known as the Way of the Ghost. This will be a third-person video game that has a focus on being stealthy when traversing around the open world and taking out the Mongol hostiles that are scattered around. Number 7. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Developed and published by Tailwords Entertainment. Its platform is PC. The wait is finally over in 2020 as we are finally getting a sequel to the much beloved medieval RPG Mountain Blade Warband. This particular title takes place a couple of hundred years before the events of the first installment. Outside of the multiplayer combat, where you can embark on sieges and skirmishes, players will find that there is a campaign mode attached as well. Within this mode, you will be able to explore the open world, seek out the different towns, aid NPCs, rob thieves or innocents, and partake in massive battles either by yourself or by gaining a group of troops who may be willing to lend their sword for a bit of gold. This is gonna be one exciting game, can't wait for this one. Number 6. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Developed and published by Ubisoft, its platforms are PC, PS4, Xbox One, and PS5. Assassin's Creed fans have been waiting patiently for a new installment to release from Ubisoft. Me too. The video game development studio opted to hold off from releasing a new installment in 2019. So after its year break, we were introduced to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The video game is the next installment to the franchise in which players will be taking the role of Eivir, a Viking that is seemingly being pushed by the Templar Order. We are still early into the game announcement stage, so not a ton of information has been released. Number 5. Watch Dogs Legion. Another game from Ubisoft. Its platforms are PC, PS4 and Xbox. Watch Dogs will have a third main installment released in 2020. This time the game takes place in a fictionalized version of London where DedSec is now focusing on a new regime that's taken over the United Kingdom. The title was announced during E3 2019 and it has one particular attribute that Ubisoft was thrilled to share worldwide during the expo. Unlike the past installments where the game focuses on one particular character, Watch Dogs Legion will have a seemingly endless amount of playable characters. Number 4. Skull and Bones. Developed and published by Ubisoft. Platforms are PC, PS4 and Xbox. We have been waiting for Ubisoft to drop Skull and Bones for a good while now. The video game has been delayed for a couple of years now, but there is a push to get it out in 2020. If you are not familiar with the game, Skull and Bones is an upcoming open-world naval warfare game. Players take on the role of a pirate captain who sets off into the open seas in search of treasure and loot to steal. From the footage shown so far, Ubisoft is deciding to give players a strategic game as well as not only will you have to deal with other pirates but government shipments as well. Number 3. Gods and Monsters. Developed and published by Ubisoft, its platforms are PC, PS4 and Xbox. The same team who worked on Assassin's Creed Odyssey is working on a new IP known as Gods and Monsters. Within the game, players will take on the role of a young boy who is the world's last chance when it comes to defeating a horrible monster known as the Typhon. One of the elements you'll likely see right away that the visuals of the game look similar to the Legend of Zelda. Number 2. Dying Light 2. Developed by Techland, published by Warner Bros. Its platforms are PC, PS4 and Xbox. Dying Light 2 was unveiled during E3 2018. Players will be in a new city location where factions are at a constant battle to retain control of the area. However, the developers are giving players more freedom as they can choose to go down a variety of pathways, though they will all have their own particular consequences. Just as before, this is an open world game that will allow players to traverse freely. You will have to battle the undead if you choose to leave beyond the city walls, but it seems that life inside the walls is not always safe either. Number 1. Cyberpunk 2077. Developed and published by CD Projekt Red. Its platforms are PC, PS4 and Xbox. Cyberpunk 2077 has been a highly anticipated video game title from development studio CD Projekt Red. The same folks that brought out the successful RPG series The Witcher is bringing out a futuristic open-world dystopia for players to enjoy. In this game, players will be taking on the role of a mercenary that relies on street cred to get new jobs and offers from different companies. Also, a large part of this game is focused on choices and allowing the players to determine the best way in their opinion to handle the situation at hand. This game is also set in an open world environment and it's quite lived in. From the footage shown so far, there appears to be plenty of NPCs going through their own daily routine, and likewise the city itself will be filled with buildings that players can enter.